What made you lose respect for someone? Was talking to a guy who proceeded to explain to me that drunk driving isn't that hard to do and how he's done it many times before. Yeah, no thanks. Those constant lies. When they don't respect you back. I used to be friends with a girl I met after college. She had a hard time meeting guys, so she went online and met the guy she eventually married. She is white. He is black. She told me she hoped her kids didn't look like him because she didn't want them to have afro hair. I cut off that friendship and refused to speak to her, even though she continues to reach out to me. She actually sent her husband into my workplace with a peace offering. To this day they have not had any children. Had a buddy that cheated on his girlfriend with my best friend. I understand mistakes happen, but he said it was okay because he had been going through a hard time with his parents' divorce. He never told his girlfriend, they're still dating, and he goes to strip clubs frequently to get private dances and hookups with women. SMH, the nerve of some people, no respect for him anymore. Hearing my dad say circa April 2020 that he made a personal decision to not wear a mask anymore while I was literally working in a COVID ICU. Cheaters. This didn't even happen to me, but fuck, they irritate me. I was close to the couple for a while, used to work together and hang out outside of work. We probably spent over 30 hours a week together nearly every week for 5 years. The wife relentlessly pushes her husband and herself to move to pursue their dreams. Both dreams required them to go back to school full time. The wife ended hating the place and got depressed. The husband ended up working 50 hours a week split between 2 jobs to support themselves. The wife felt like she was living alone because the husband was working and going to school full time. The wife found comfort by talking to a friend. This person is known to prey on emotionally broken women. The friend comforts the wife and they start some relationship on the side. This friend is also so scummy. This dude brags about sleeping with the wife at the job we all used to work. I found this out when a former co-worker asked me about it. I confronted this friend. He got scared that I was going to tell on him. At this point in time, I didn't know what was true, so I didn't say anything. All of the rumors were confirmed several months later when I found out the couple was separating. On top of this, the former best friend is trying to act like this is something I should be cool with and said I hope one day when we are more mature we can look past this. Anyways, I hope to never see the wife again despite how hard she is currently trying to rebuild our friendship. I definitely had beers and burgers with the husband today. Friend ditched his dog in a random neighborhood because he didn't want to care for it anymore. I was disgusted. My manager keeping the best shifts to herself, not wanting to work weekends until she sees how much we make in tips on Saturdays. Then she is suddenly so kind to change the schedule without asking me and take my Saturday shift so I can have the day off. Actually, Donna, I would have been fine with having last Thursday off, but you slept in when you were supposed to open and I had to rush in so the shop could open. My brother told me our parents are disappointed in me. That's news to me. But who says that? I guess an alcoholic unemployed brother, that's who. Around this time last year, so around when the BLM protests started gaining traction, my aunt's boyfriend shared a video of a young black kid messing around with the food at Walmart. He captioned it, "This is why your black lives don't matter." My family does not like him. We still can't believe that my aunt is still together with him. Guy said he joined a gaming Discord community with the goal of finding a girlfriend. He pretty much abandoned his friends to play a new server to flirt? Still don't get it to this day. Seeing this same question all the time. Gotten. I work as an umpire for a little league baseball association. Coaches can get very angry during games and start yelling at us if they disagree with a call. Keep in mind that all the umpire are teenagers or preteens and we umpire for a recreational league of 3rd and 4th graders. However, there was this one coach who was telling me before his game about how chill he was and how annoying it was that coaches give umpires such hard times. I was glad that somebody understood that it was tough always having coaches getting mad, But then fast forward an hour and he's mad because I called a runner out when he thought he should have been safe. Needless to say, he yelled at me and just lost it. My boss had to calm him down and I never saw him again. Lost a little bit of faith in humanity that day. Getting paid $11 million a year as a professional hockey player and not scoring a single goal in a 7-game playoff series. My boss bragged to me what a good job he done on a job. He was there one day and I handled the entire project. He was CC'd in emails but all correspondence was addressed to me. Like dude, if you lie to other people about how involved you are, that's one dumb thing to do. To boast to the person who actually did your job is another. Skeptical. I was constantly giving my friend stuff I didn't use, brand new things with the tags on them still, and I was always giving her weed. One day she had a bunch of brown eyeliner pencils that we like to use all the time and I asked her if I could have one of the ones that were already down to a little stub. She held them both close together and saw which one was the smallest one and gave me that one. Recommended a good friend for a job, he proceeded to badmouth the place of business, post videos online complaining about being corrected at the job, calling the boss and arguing about being told he messed up, etc. Was also found hiding in a closet on his phone. Resulted in me looking like a fool for recommending him and him getting fired within a month. As well as our friendship pretty much ending. Guy I just had a second date with suddenly started bragging about how he was sending his kid to a very expensive local private grade school, and suddenly sounded so classist and snotty. He followed that by saying he would limit who his kids are allowed to date because we WASPs have to have our standards. What? I told him my non-WASP ancestors just raised a collective eyebrow at that, and we never spoke again. I've had several knee injuries in my life, torn my ACL twice among them. One time when I hurt my knee, playing basketball, I called my then GF, now ex, to let her know. She got angry at me, out of concern and fear I guess, and essentially said I was stupid and reckless. Obviously I didn't like that and we got in a bit of a fight over it, and she eventually said I hope you tore your ACL again, and I just hung up. We broke up some time after, but that was the beginning of the end. When they decided to call my friend the F-slur. No tolerance for that bullshit. Don't care if you're gay or not, I myself am bi, it really shouldn't be used. They were friends with me. Someone who was my friend said that gays should and will go to hell and that it was just a phase. For context, I have 2 gay moms and many gay friends, so that made me mad, and then messaged me asking if he offended me, and then later after a few days claimed that it was a joke, calling me and my friends snowflakes, and then stated that he didn't want to talk to us. He also started to view women as objects that should love him no matter what, and being very protective of my parents and friends who are mostly female. I didn't appreciate that. When someone I knew made something I did to them seem much worse, then lied to themselves to get their way. This was on a fucking Minecraft server. Late high school, heard Kevin, not his real name, who had been dating Sandra, also not her name, for like 5 years, was dumping her. Me and my best friend were very worried, so we asked him how was he, as he was very in love with her, but fucking Kevin told us he dumped Sandra as a joke. There went my respect and sympathy for him, and no one truly considered him a friend since. When Sandra finally dumped his ass 3 years later, we, the entire 10+ friend group, were so happy for her. Last I heard, Kevin looks like shit and is having a lot of trouble with his law degree, and Sandra is beautiful as ever and about to graduate with a degree in cuisine and hotel management. My parents are entitled. I was talking to myself, my mum hit me, I fought back, she tried to guilt trip me, with my dad. She cried, and I had crocodile tears when she asked me if I am sorry. In reality, I have lost all respect for those idiots. I've told this story before, but I took a former friend to a concert a few years ago, which we had previously discussed her paying for the gas and food for the trip, and I would pay her back after I had worked a few more weeks since I had been out sick with the flu the month before the concert. We had agreed upon a price for the gas, to a city 3 hours away and back, and when we made out appointed first gas stop I was handed only a $20 bill and was told that they had decided that's all that they would give me for the whole trip because they didn't think I would need that much. We get to the place where we were meeting their friend for lunch/dinner and they proceeded to let me know that they were not going to pay for my food either. It was the kind of place where you had to get a table and each person had to go one at a time to get food, because otherwise your table would be lost. Table saving is not a thing there. I had about $25 that I had saved for a souvenir from the concert became my gas and food money. I used $3 for a bowl of rice and a piece of fried chicken while they went and bought all kinds of food. Their friend just looked to me and had asked me if they were always like that, which I could only nod. The former friend then bought me a single pack of mini cookies, about 4 in the pack, and a donut to make up for dinner. Once at the concert they spent hundreds of dollars in souvenirs while I had to beg my mom, who was fighting for disability at the time and had no income, to wire me $20 so I could get one souvenir. I missed the majority of the show because I had to go stand in line to get the souvenirs they wanted before they sold out while they stayed to watch the show. I barely made it back into my driveway before my car ran out of gas. Needless to say, this is what shattered my views of them and I ended up breaking things off.